Herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Episode der Novelist. Mal schauen, wie wir das mal das Leben der Familie ruinieren können. Natürlich ungewollt. Oh, was ist da? Was ich ein bisschen unglaubwürdig finde, dass überall im Haus einfach immer irgendwo Zettel rumliegen. Das macht man doch nicht. Vor allem nicht am Boden. Nicht einmal bei mir in der Wohnung liegen. Nein, ich sehe keinen Zettel am Boden. So. 3 Stunden. Okay, das ist die Bedienungsanleitung. Aber sorry, das hätte mir können fertig machen, wenn schon. Hallo? Den Brief haben wir schon gelesen. Ist da was Neues dran? Townlist. Gang zur Bibliothek. Community Board. Oh, Babysitter werden sie. Oh. Swing by the Wald. New movie playing. Drop by Dr. Walkers. Oh. What's up here? Ah ja, was ich noch so in Erinnerung habe, weiss nicht, ob es auch so eingetroffen ist, dass die Kapitel alle zufällig arrangiert werden. Das heisst, jedes Mal, wenn man es durchspielt, gibt es eine andere Anordnung von den verschiedenen Kapiteln. Die Story ist deshalb so durchdacht, dass es so funktioniert, und bis jetzt scheint es zu funktionieren. Ja, was denkst du denn gerade? Oh, das habe ich nicht wollen. Erinnerung. Müssen wir raufgehen? Jetzt ist rechts. Es wird leislicher. Zack.
But he promised.
Oh.
If he doesn't do it, I'll help you, honey.
Oh, Daddy, what did you do? Was hat er versprochen und nicht eingehalten? Mann. 3 von 3 gefunden. Die Zeichnung haben wir schon mal gesehen. Zack, weg aus der Erinnerung. So, was beschäftigt dich, Linda? So laut. Hast du geschrauen? Gehen wir mal deine Erinnerungen rein. Da gibt's nix. In der Küche. Oh, da.
Why don't you stop it too?
I'm fine.
Was? Sie sind am Trinken. Wo ist die andere Erinnerung? Von wo kommt das Geräusch? Okay, es muss noch einmal oben sein. Zack, da haben wir sie schon. Wow. Nein, nicht Exit Memory. Nein. Read. Nein.
Just got back from the show, if you can even call it that. I didn't sell a single piece, which isn't a surprise given the turnout. I know Dan had other things on his mind, but I told him how important it was to me. It was such a good opportunity to figure out what I want to do when we get back home, too. But I can't make up my mind based on such a half-hearted exhibit. Was that Dan's way of telling me he's not ready for me to go back? I don't want to read too much into it, at least not so soon, but it's really hard not to.
Ach, mach dir keine Gedanken, der ist beschäftigt mit seinem Buch.
Going fine.
You fine? Yeah? Really? So. A bottle of wine. So, Dan. Ich helfe jetzt dir. Ich habe dem Kleinen geholfen, ich habe ihr geholfen. Diesmal bist du dran. Egal, was die anderen wollen. Wir fokussieren uns jetzt auf deine Geschichte. Es kann nicht sein, dass du das Buch nicht fertig kriegst. Anvisieren. Zack.
Right drunk, edit sober. Apparently Hemingway said that. Or maybe someone else did. It doesn't matter because it's true. To write, you have to be fearless. You have to make choices and plow forward. Surprise the reader, surprise yourself. Make something that matters, not something safe. What does drinking do? It suppresses inhibitions. Yeah, there are typos, but that's what copy editors are for, and it's not like I'm drinking all day. I'm fixing most of this stuff myself each morning. Or early afternoon, I guess. I'm not stumbling around drunk all day and pissing myself. I'm trying to create something they'll remember me by. No one can imagine how stressful it is unless they've tried it. The pressure's so bad, I just want to give up sometimes. On those nights, a drink is the only way to turn my mind off and get some sleep. And when the book is done, I'll dial it back.
Sehr gut, das ist der richtige Weg. Anfangen trinken, dann. Oh Mann, oh Mann. Was hat sie hier geschrieben?
If he uses that Hemingway quote one more time, pretty much every night he's either super focused on his novel or too drunk for us to spend a regular night together. That used to be our time. We would put Tommy down for the night, have a glass of wine, 2 at the most, and talk about our days or maybe listen to a record. Now I'm lucky to get 1 night a week where he's sober and not writing. Most nights he has a bourbon. No, wait, make that 4. And I read in bed until I fall asleep. He tries not to wake me up when he comes in, but you're never as quiet and graceful as you think you are when you're drunk, and in a dark room, no less. Of course I want his book to be great, but I also want my husband back.
Gut, ich sehe. Wir müssen einfach das Buch zu Ende bringen, dann ist alles wieder gut. Dan, wo bist du? Dan? Ah, hallo. Moment, mal schauen, was du geschrieben hast.
Alan, hey man, this is gonna sound odd, but I could use some advice. I'm in hot water here because, well, I've been drinking more lately. Man, there's just no good way to write that. I mean, I used to drink and write all the time in school. You remember that, right? I guess I got away from it when we got married and definitely after Tommy came along. But he's in bed by 8:30 every night now. And let me be clear, I'm not blacking out or driving drunk. You know I'd never do something like that. I just have a few drinks while I'm working, safe and sound in the house. A writer who drinks isn't exactly unheard of. Wow, could I sound more defensive? But here's the hell of it. It's working. It's brought back that college hunger, that energy, and in the last week or 2, the book's just singing. I don't even know what I'm asking here. Maybe I just wanted to start the conversation. If you get a chance, give me a call. Dan.
Ja, das klingt ja ganz gut, wenn es läuft mit dem Buch. Trink weiter, Dan, trink weiter. Go on. Können wir da noch vielleicht lesen, was du geschrieben hast?
Alan.
Nein, das
Hey.
sollen wir nicht lesen. Okay, können wir in dem Fall nicht.
Racing.
Vielleicht noch einen anderen Hinweis. Brauchst du mehr Bourbon? Ich kann dir noch mehr Bourbon besorgen. Dann schreibst du noch schneller. Ich hätte noch ganz guten polnischen Wodka. Minze. Das ist ein bisschen mit Apfelsaft mixen, Alan. Dann. Und dann geht das so aber wie Wasser. So, mal schauen. Oh, piss drunk. Scheinbar angeschlagen, tja. An die nächste Erinnerung Stunde, zack. Und... Doch komm, les. Nein.
Just called Paul. Didn't even get a chance to explain before he started in on me. Reamed me out. Absolutely killed me. No point writing any more than that. Writing everything here instead of working on the book is what screwed me in the first place.
Das stimmt. Hör auf mit dem blöden Journal.
Come on.
A Bourbon. Ich finde das eine gute Idee. Was will Linda? Tommy, bist du am Spielen? Das ist eigentlich ein recht geiles Haus, muss ich mal sagen. Das ist ziemlich gross. Oh, das ist das Schlafzimmer. Ah nein, das ist schon Tommy sein Zimmer. Tommy! Wo bist du? Ah, dort. Was ist dein Begehren? Oh, stimmt, das Auto. Warte. Jogging-Shoes.
Hey, Mami.
Er will doch nicht joggen. Hallo, Dan, wir fokussieren.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, my man.
Wir fokussieren on the Bourbon, my man. So, wo ist der Bourbon? Hä? Ah, das ist in der Küche oben gesehen. In der Küche oben. In seinem Arbeitszimmer. Aber er setzt sich hier hin. Nein, ich helfe jetzt ihm. Scheißegal, scheiß die anderen. Dan, deine Arbeit ist wichtiger. Trink. Ups. Und zack, Bourbon. Können wir jetzt echt noch... Ein Compromise haben wir nämlich noch nicht gehabt. Jetzt tun wir den mal noch... Selecting the pedal car will choose Tommy's compromise for this chapter. Okay. Das haben wir bis jetzt nicht gemacht. Das tönt nämlich gut. So. Was ist das? Oh, from the desk of Harold Baxter, January 22nd, 1948. A final entry before I depart. The bank would no doubt prevent me from purchasing the house due to the inherent conflict of interest, but given its history of frequent ownership changes, I feel confident that the mortgage department will be glad to have the property off their hands. I believe I can set up a trust or perhaps a shell company and convince Mr. Lowery that we must part with the property for less than market value. I feel certain I can appeal this to his conservative nature. I believe it will prove to be a shrewd investment as a rental property, and I think I now understand why people do not stay for extended periods. I find myself unable to describe the feeling precisely, but in my time here I have found my mind drifting in strange ways, as if it was not always my own. But the natural beauty is undeniable. Perhaps shorter visits are a wiser use of the property. Yes, I believe that it is a fine idea indeed. Zack. Ja, ich höre es vielleicht, meine Nase ist immer noch ein bisschen verstopft. Wegen dem ist es immer schwer, längere Passagen vorzulesen, ohne zu ersticken. So, jetzt aber switch schneller. Zack. Whisper. The results were just too good to give up, so Dan made peace with the fact that things would be a little rough around the house for a few months. He promised his family and himself that he'd cut out the booze as soon as he ended the final draft. But when he cracked his shin on the coffee table 2 nights later, he got no sympathy for Tommy or Linda. Uh-oh. When Dan still hadn't put the pedal car together, Linda stepped in and began working on it with Tommy. Dan heard them, felt a pang of shame about his regular hangovers and came down to join in. They completed the project as a family, and although Tommy was hurt that it had taken so long for his father to help, he was happy to finally have his toy. Eben, sei glücklich, du hast es, hallo? Verwöhnter Scheisskopf. Linda couldn't understand why Dan was so reckless with his health. A few nights later, when Dan tripped and fell while trying to undress in the dark, Linda got fed up and threw one of his running shoes at him. When he saw the bruise on his arm the next day, he was ashamed about how long it took him to remember where it had come from. Ach, Linda, immer so aggressiv. Was soll denn das? Das hilft einfach niemandem weiter. And that's how the captain's first month at the house on the cliff came to an end. Oh, schon ein Monat da, oh je. 1 Monat lang saufen. Yeah, Dan. Dan sent what he had so far to Paul. It went badly. Dan knew the work wasn't very good, and Paul echoed that judgment. He promised to keep the news from Grovefield for the time being, but Dan told that without a major improvement in quality, the book might not be publishable. The next day, Dan made good on a promise to take Tommy into the woods and look for arrowheads, so they drove to the site of Sewell's Law settlement and got to work. Dan and Tommy had fun digging around in the dirt, getting messy and looking for artifacts. They found a handful of arrowheads, which Tommy proudly showed his mother when they got home. Das ist viel zu kurz. Der Text muss länger eingeblendet sein. A few nights later, Dan and Linda got a babysitter and went out for the date, but they both felt like they were going through the motions and could barely carry a conversation. They knew their first month with the house hadn't gone well, that their trip was not saving their marriage as they hoped. What could have been a pleasant night out was awkward and troubling instead. They still had 2 more months on the coast and their story was just beginning. Viele Familien fliegt auseinander, sein Buch ist scheiße, er stirbt an Alkohol. Ich muss endlich schon mal prophezeien. Ja, auf jeden Fall wäre es bereits gesehen mit dieser Episode. Wir lesen noch schnell das nächste Kapitel, Full House. Was heisst es so? A friend of Dan's was coming to visit. Okay. Auf jeden Fall, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und wir sehen sich hoffentlich bei der nächsten Episode wieder. Tschüss zusammen.